Majina mimi naitwa Francis Kiplimo Sukut. Mimi natoka maeneo ya Kaptinga, Simati ambaye ni Eldoret. Sisi tunasema kwamba Mungu si adhumani na imemwamukia president wetu William Ruto, na kwa sababu amevumilia, Mungu hawezi tupa mtu ya Mungu. Kwa hivyo mimi naambia Ruto, endelea ndugu yangu, endelea kabisa na utujenge Kenya, ndio watu wajue kwamba wewe ulikuwa ni mtu ya ukweli.
Utasemaje kidogo kuhusiana na safari ya rais mteule ambaye mahakama hivi sasa imesema kwamba atakuwa rais wa 5?
Yeye ni mvumilivu na yeye ni mtu ambayo yeye amevumilia, na hiyo ni mzuri sana, kwa sababu wa Kenya wanataka mtu ambaye akuvumilia, na watu wameona kwamba yeye amefanya kitu njema sana.
Asante sana kaka, wanakuita nani na una yapi ya kusema siku ya leo?
Kwa majina mimi naitwa Felix Kiprono Kirui, na mambo ambayo nasema siku ya leo ni kwamba tumefurahia sana kwa mambo ambayo majaji wameweza kutoa siku ya leo na kuweza kuhalalisha Rais William Ruto kuwa rais wa Kenya. Rais aweze kutenda kazi na aweze kuenda na manifesto ambayo alikuwa amesema ya Kenya Kwanza, ambayo ni manifesto ambayo ilipendwa na ulimwengu mzima. Tunaomba tu wakutanishe wa Kenya wote, wale waliompigia kura na wale wasiompigia, na aweze kutembea katika Kenya mzima na aweze kufanya maendeleo katika Kenya mzima, ili Kenya irudi kama Kenya ilivyo, kwa sababu asiyekubali kushindwa si mshindani.
Mwisho kabisa, mji wa Eldoret tutasema una mchango gani kwa safari ya rais mteule William Samoei Ruto?
Kuna mchango mkubwa sana ambao hapa Eldoret imeweza kuchangia kufikia mpaka mbali wakati Ruto amefikia hivi sasa, kwa sababu tukikumbuka mwaka wa 1997 Ruto aliweza kusimama hapa Eldoret kaskazini kama mjumbe, na sio wengi walikuwa wanakubali kwamba anaweza kufaulu. Hata tukikumbuka kwamba aliyekuwa rais Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi alisema kwamba huyu kijana bado mdogo na hawezi kufaulu katika siasa, lakini yeye mwenyewe alisema wacha wananchi wenyewe waamue, na wananchi waliamua, ingawaje kulikuwa na vigogo, lakini aliweza kuwabwaga na akaweza kuwa mjumbe. Mwaka wa 2013 akaweza kufaulu na kuwa deputy president wa Republic of Kenya. 2017 akafaulu na sasa amefaulu kuwa rais. Sasa inaonyesha kwamba hapa Eldoret ni tumemkuza vizuri kabisa na tunajivu
William Samoei Ruto ambaye ndio rais mteule wa taifa hili la Kenya. Basi kutoka kwangu Elvis Kosgei na la ziada, nitampisha mwenzangu Sofia Wanuna atupe tu tathmini ya mambo halisi hasa katika jiji la Nairobi.
Right, and those are some of the reactions from across the country, especially to the areas that overwhelmingly voted for Dr. William Ruto a few moments after the Supreme Court upheld his win, and the orders that were read by the Chief Justice Martha Koome dismissed the presidential election that was fronted by Raila Odinga and Martha Karua, the running mate for the 2022 election. And the mood in Nakuru County as well as Eldoret, from what we've been able to hear and gather from our colleagues and even see on our screens, 8 celebrations in these areas, including Nyeri County, again, where the deputy case led by Senior Counsel James Orengo, they said that they respect the will and this decision by the Supreme Court judges, but do not agree with the findings. And the Supreme Court unanimously, the judges, dismissing this presidential election that was fronted by 9 petitioners, and 7 of them after 2 struck out. And therefore, the 9 issues that they were looking at addressing, they have agreed that there is not enough proof, for example, that the technology that was used had failed. So the petitioners did not provide enough proof to show that that technology was not simplified as required by the law. The second issue that was on whether there was interference with the uploading and transmission of forms, again, that has been dismissed, and they say that again there was no evidence to show that there was interference with the forms 34A that had been uploaded to the IEBC portal, those that were given to the agents, as well as what was presented at the National Tallying Center, that at the Bomas of Kenya. And that second second petition or issue, again, they have not found any evidence. Unanimously also on the third issue on whether there was a difference, that has been dismissed, and they say that again there was no evidence to show that there was interference with the forms 34A that had been uploaded to the IEBC portal. Those that were given to the agents, as well as what was presented at the National Tallying Center at the Bomas of Kenya. And that second petition or issue, again, they have not found any evidence.
Purity history made in this fourth petition of its kind, that is since the promulgation of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. And so we saw the legal team that is led by Fred Ngatia, senior counsel for William Ruto. Of course, Veronica Mena, who was one of the agents chief at the Bomas in this Kenya fourth petition of its kind, that is since the promulgation of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. And so we significant because one, it's unanimous. It means Fred Ngatia, senior counsel for William Ruto. Of course, Veronica Mena, who was one of the agents chief all Bomas in this Kenya fourth petition of its kind, that is since the promulgation of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. And so it's significant because one, it's unanimous. It means Fred Ngatia, the president as well as Ruto, and of course Veronica Mena, who was one of the side of all vindication for Chebukati. Of course, there was the issue of really the dysfunction in the IEBC. However, the Chief Justice, as she read out that decision, said that the rupture within the Electoral Commission would not be sufficient grounds to overturn the will of the people, which, as it stood, as she went through each of the issues and the evidence adduced, none of the issues had sufficient evidence adduced of August by Wafula Chebukati in favor of William Ruto, or nullify the election and have the country go back to another repeat election. However, the Chief Justice, as she read out that decision, said that the rupture within the Electoral Commission would not be sufficient ground to overturn the will of the people, which, as it stood, as she went through each of the issues and the evidence adduced, none of the issues had when it came to saying that the act and conduct, especially by Wafula Chebukati in favor of William Ruto. Many, of course, are looking forward to hear what the former Prime Minister and who have to say as well. But remember, this is his fifth loss. Many, of course, are looking forward to hear what the former Prime Minister time unlucky. And the decision here rendered today is binding. There is no other appellate option. This is it. It comes here as the, to say as well, and exclusive and original jurisdiction of the Supreme of course, are looking forward to hear what the former Prime Minister time unlucky. For the decision here rendered today is binding. Who has been the Deputy President for the last 10 years. So ascending from this Deputy President to be as well. But remember, one of those jurisdictions all the others, of course, are looking forward to hear what the
some of them, of course, were a bit of an oxymoron. For example, when the fifth petitioner, Honorable Raila Odinga, prayed that the court declares an oxymoron as duly elected president, when third, that the Supreme Court finds that the election process was flawed. All this mix, this kind of pudding, was not very good, and it also shows that there was some kind of lack of clarity or particularity with respect to Honorable Raila Odinga, the petitioner, prayed that the court, the issue of the weight of the evidence that would have moved the court lacked. Because comparatively, when you look at the ratio of an oxymoron as decision, for example, when third, the weight of the evidence that used the election process was flawed, was such that it was weighty, this kind of pudding, very clear, was not very good, and it also shows that that moved the court. There was some kind of lack of clarity.
It appeared from 2017, the IEBC not only prepared for the election, it prepared for a challenge to that election in a presidential election petition, because they were able to disabuse of all the things that were raised by the petitioners blow by blow.
The ratio of decision, for example, when third, the weight of the evidence that used the election process was flawed, was such that and this kind of justice very clear was not even the ruling that also shows the full judgment that will come. There was some kind of lack of clarity.
They will give guarantees on how the IEBC not only prepared for a challenge to that election in a presidential election, because they were able to use the views of all the things that were raised by the petitioners, blow because they were able to. The other thing is the judges were quite clear to the extent, especially of some of the damage that was done and the forgeries and the perjury. I mean, they were categorical that they didn't take notice of the fact that some of the evidence that was accused was actually not was fake. Because they were able to. The other thing is the judges were quite clear to the extent, especially of some of the damage that was done and the forgeries and the perjury. They were categorical that they didn't take notice of the fact that some of the evidence that was accused was actually not was fake. The judges will later be able to watch the time constraint will later be able to how they can prepare,
as indicated. That the this has been one of those. The president has decided state officers to see them out there in those particular last 4 years. The judge supporting Raila Odinga and so that now he can be heard having his own finally. But you said he's not the person they prefer. This has been one of those. The president has decided state officers to see them out there in those particular last 4 years. The judge supporting Raila Odinga and so that now he can be heard having his own finally. But you said he's not the person they prefer. This has been one of those. The president has decided state officers to see them out there in those particular last 4 years. The judge supporting Raila Odinga and so that now he can be heard having his own finally. You said he's not the person they prefer. This has been one of those. The president has decided state officers to see them out there in those particular last 4 years. The judge supporting Raila Odinga and so that now he can be heard having his own finally. You said he's not the person they prefer. This has been one of those. The president has decided state officers to see them out there in those particular last 4 years. The judge supporting Raila Odinga and so that now he can be heard having his own finally. You said he's not the person they prefer. This has been one of those. The president has decided state officers to see them out there in those particular last 4 years.
Well said, Andres, above all of that. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Good to see you after a very long time. Jabba Tugambo with us here at the Supreme Court, where it is now empty. It was a flurry of activities, many lawyers and they proceeded. Like I said, Andres, above all, the media punching out as that 14-day timeline for the presidential election petition to be heard and dispensed with expired today, and there is a decision, and we await the swearing in of the 5th president of the and Deputy President-elect Rigathi Gachagua. So I suppose the current residents of the Deputy President will continue being the hustlers. But definitely one, it was a lot of analysis, a lot of what was said, many of the legal minds were talking timeline for the presidential election petition to be had and is that you had a unanimous decision that the Supreme Court stood together on the swearing in of and you did not say that after presiding President-elect Rigathi Gachagua. So I suppose the current residents of the Deputy President bridge version as you had the 21 days of course, a lot of activities around the country, a lot of what was said, like many of the legal 14-day timeline for the presidential election petition to be had and is had a unanimous decision. There is a Supreme Court stood together with the swearing in of and you did not say that after presiding President-elect Rigathi Gachagua. So I suppose the current residents of the Deputy President bridge version as you had the 21 days of course, a lot of activities around the country, many of the legal 14-day timeline for the presidential election petition to be had and is had a unanimous decision. There is a decision stood together with the swearing in of Deputy President-elect Gachagua. So I suppose the current residents of the bridge version as they had the 21 days Thank you so much. Many of the legal 14-day timeline from the presidential election petition so had a unanimous decision. There is a decision stood together with the swearing in of Deputy President-elect Gachagua. So I suppose the current residents of the bridge version as they had the 21 days.
Who has been a woman of the Kenya Kwanza lands in Nakuru County. Are we expecting Her Excellency Governor Susan Kihika and other leaders to also join in these celebrations? That explains why there's so many people here who are waiting. Are we expecting to be joined by Governor Kihika and to celebrate this declaration? To also join in these celebrations. That explains why there's so many people here who are along Kenya's Avenue to be joined by Governor Kihika to celebrate this declaration. To also join in this celebration. That explains why there's so many people here who are along Kenya's Avenue to be joined by Governor Kihika to celebrate this declaration. Following what will be happening, even as our viewers continue watching all these videos that are coming to you live. live from Nakuru City, and of course we'll have several presses from various leaders in Nakuru County who've been Alliance or United Democratic Alliance as a party ticket in the last general elections. So basically that is it here. We really don't know when this is going to end, but of course, as it happened on 15th of August 2022, we expect this to go on and on and on and on for as long as it shall last. We shall remain here to
sets in motion a couple of developments. It will be a busy 1 week as we wait for the president-elect and the deputy president-elect to be sworn in, which should be next week, Tuesday, following that unanimous decision by the Supreme Court to uphold the election of President-elect William Ruto in the 2022 general election.